The Dark Story of the Tower of London. The Ghost of Anne Boleyn. The Tower of London, an iconic fortress and former royal residence, is one of the most haunted places in England, if not the world. Its history is soaked in blood and tragedy, with tales of betrayal, imprisonment, and brutal executions. Among the many spirits believed to haunt the tower, the ghost of Anne Boleyn is perhaps the most famous. Her tragic story is one of love, ambition, and betrayal, culminating in her execution by beheading in 1536. Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, is one of the most tragic and controversial figures in English history. Her marriage to Henry VIII led to the English Reformation, as the king broke away from the Catholic Church to divorce his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, and marry Anne. However, Anne's position as queen was short-lived. After failing to produce a male heir and falling out of favor with Henry, she was accused of adultery, incest, and treason. Found guilty on all charges, Anne was sentenced to death by beheading. On May 19, 1536, Anne Boleyn was executed within the Tower of London on Tower Green. Her execution was swift, carried out by a French swordsman who had been specially brought in to ensure a quick and clean death. Anne's final words were said to be a prayer for the king's well-being, despite the fact that he had orchestrated her downfall. Since her death, Anne Boleyn's ghost has been reported at various locations associated with her life and death, but the Tower of London is where her spirit is most frequently encountered. Her ghost is often seen walking the grounds of the tower, particularly near the site of her execution. Some accounts describe her apparition as headless, carrying her severed head in her hands as she wanders the tower. One of the most famous sightings of Anne Boleyn's ghost occurred in 1864, when a guard claimed to have seen a white figure emerging from the Queen's house. The guard, initially thinking it was a trespasser, challenged the figure but received no response. As the figure approached, the guard realized it was not a living person, but an apparition. The guard reportedly fainted from shock, and when he was found, he described seeing a woman in a long white dress, holding her head in her hands. Another well-known sighting took place in the early 20th century, when a sentry at the tower reported seeing a ghostly figure dressed in white near the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula, where Anne Boleyn is buried. The sentry, terrified by the encounter, fired his rifle at the figure, only for the apparition to pass through the bullet and disappear into the night. Anne Boleyn's ghost is also said to appear inside the chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula itself. Witnesses have reported seeing her kneeling in prayer near her final resting place, as if seeking peace in death that she was denied in life. Some visitors have described a cold, eerie presence in the chapel, as though the tragic queen's spirit still lingers there. This is Mr. Grimm. Thanks for watching Twilight Terrors. Hit like, share, and subscribe for more.